All experiments we did in Mesoaqua were first of all dedicated to enhance international cooperation in experimental marine ecology. For that purpose, we offered our Mesocosm system, which we have at the GEOMAR Kiel. These mesocosms are set up in climate-controlled rooms. Therefore, they offer a facility to experimentally study the effect of warming on enclosed semi-natural ecosystems up to the scale of zooplankton. Besides enhancing international cooperation and hosting guests from institutes all over the world, all experiments which we conducted were done in the context of climate change and in the response of plankton to climate change. The importance of plankton lies in the fact that it contributes 50% to global primary production, that it forms the nutritional basis of fisheries, and that malfunctioning of the planktonic system can lead to harmful blooms which deteriorate water quality and therefore the recreational value of the sea.
We are more so interested in the global picture, and we are simulating in our experiment conditions in the across the North Atlantic in the year 1800 and 2100. So it's not specific to the Baltic, although we are using a Baltic plankton community, but we're really trying to draw inference upon the North Atlantic, where we're observing those plankton declines as well.
We are very much interested in these microbiological processes in the marine environment. We have seen a good opportunity to participate experiment which is performed here in GEOMAR. This is a very good opportunity for us to learn, to see, and to do our experiments. But the main, also very important is to see the designs of such experience.
This free experiment we started since 2010 was a very good possibility to run a continuous experiment to evaluate the activity of viruses.
So the objective of our project is to investigate the mechanisms behind an observed plankton decline that we found in empirical data from the world oceans. And there's two mechanisms that we're looking at, both related to warming, but one which translates into lower nutrient supply and one which translates into higher grazing of zooplankton on phytoplankton. And we're looking at both of these mechanisms in the Mesocosm experiment.
We had mesocosms at two different temperatures. 3 degrees warmer and 3 degrees colder than under in situ conditions of the experiment. And we added 6 different degrees of nutrient enrichment.
I myself and a student of mine, Daniel Boyce, came from Canada, and we collaborated here with people from Kiel, particularly Uli Sommer, and Alexandra Lewandowska and Birte Mattison, who had similar interest in looking at the effects of warming on pelagic and plankton communities. And we also collaborated with people at the Potsdam Institute for Climate Science in Potsdam because they are running global circulation models that also look at the same question. So what the beauty of this particular collaboration was is that we were looking at large-scale and long-term data series in concert with an experimental approach using the mesocosms in concert with the global circulation model that was giving us predictive ability into the future. And those three tools together really enabled us to look deeply into the mechanisms behind an observed plankton decline in the global ocean. The experiment worked really well. The Mesocosm facility here in Kiel was terrific for looking at the mechanisms behind the plankton decline that we were interested in. And we did see an overall decline of plankton with warming, and then also a strong effect of nutrients that was dependent on the amount of warming. So this enabled us to separate the effects of warming and nutrients in a way that we couldn't with empirical data. So this was a critical experiment for us, and it worked really well in unraveling the mechanism.
Of course, as a microbiologist, we would like to put more attention to this bacterial part and even viruses what we brought here. But this will come, I suppose, slowly, step by step, with joining new participants from different countries.